Yeah, before we start, let us recollect what we have done in the last class. What is step one in admission of a partner? What is step one we do? We calculate which ratio? New ratio. When to work out sacrificing ratio? When to work out sacrificing ratio? When goodwill is adjusted by which method? Premium method. We follow which ratio? Sacrificing ratio. We adjust for goodwill. If cash is brought in, we follow premium method. Cash account it out to old partners capital account in sacrificing ratio. If there is any old goodwill that we write off. Joint life policy, we make adjustment for policy value or surrender value. Surrender value, we make adjustment for surrender value. Then we prepare revaluation account with gains and losses. We transfer the profit. Then we prepare which account? Capital account. Last class, we have done memorandum revaluation account. When to do memorandum revaluation account? When it is given. Yes, partners do not want to alter what? Assets and liabilities means you go by which method? Memorandum revaluation method. Then, yes, we have done. Yeah, please come back to the class. Listen over here. Memorandum revaluation has two parts. Part one, you do normal revaluation. Profit will come. Transfer to whom? Old partners in which ratio? Old ratio. The second part will be memorandum revaluation where we cancel that losses transfer to old partners. I hope we have done a question based on this. Then we prepared balance sheet. With which question we stopped in the last class? Question number 3. Please go to question number 4. Please go to question number 4. Who are the partners? We and S are partners sharing profits and loss in which ratio? 3:2 ratio. Balance sheet is given as on 31st March 2014. Listen. Read the balance sheet, please. Creditors, outstanding liabilities, reserves, P&L account, capital of which partner is given? V and S. Asset side la paranga. There is an advertisement expenditure. This must be written off. Advertisement expenditure is like a deferred revenue expenditure or miscellaneous expenditure. It must be written off. Look at the next point. Everybody, please read the question. Without reading, you cannot directly understand the solution. Must read the question. Please read it. P is admitted for. Many of you are yet to settle down in the class. Please settle down fast and read the question. Pena, pencil, please settle down. Read the question, then only we can solve. P is admitted for a new partner introducing a capital of how much? 16,000. New profit sharing ratios 5:3:2. New profit sharing ratios 5:3:2. Look at the next point, which is most important for solving. What is given? P is unable to bring cash for goodwill. Therefore, they decided to raise which account? Goodwill account. So P is not able to bring money for goodwill and they want to raise the goodwill. The amount is calculated based on what? P share of profit and the capital contributed by him. So goodwill we have to value based on capital contribution. Based on which one? Capital contribution. We'll see. Then the following revaluation is made. How many revaluations are given? Point number A. Stock depreciated by 5%. Provision for bad debts, evlo percentage? 500. Then furniture, 10%. Building revalued at 40,000. Point number A, B, C, D will come in which account? Revaluation account. These will come in revaluation account. So goodwill alone, we cannot do it straight away. We cannot do it straight away. Read the question, please. Goodwill we cannot work out straight away. Please go through it. Look at the points which are highlighted especially. P is unable to bring the cash for goodwill. So it is decided to raise which account? Goodwill account is solirika. The amount is calculated on the basis of which one? P share of profit and the capital contributed by him. Okay, the wordings are very clearly used. How to value goodwill? How to value goodwill? Read the question. Unless you read the question, you will not get to mine. The book I do not know why. Read the question. If you don't read the question, you will not understand. Nor there's no use in copying the solution. Please read the question. P is unable to bring in any cash for goodwill. So it is decided to raise which account? Goodwill account. Amount is calculated based on P share of profit and capital contributed by him. So goodwill value is not given. We have to work out. We have to work out. Let us start. This is question number. Everybody, please do it along with me. Start. Step 1. What is step 1? Old ratio, new ratio. We do not want sacrificing ratio because we are just going to raise a goodwill. We are just going to what? Raise the goodwill account. Just see the old ratio and which ratio? New ratio. Just see the old ratio and new ratio. Who are the old partners in the question? B and S are the old partners. Who's the new partner admitted? P is the new partner admitted. Start. Old ratio and new ratio, just see. B, S, who's the new partner? P. What is the old ratio given in the question? Lead the first line. 3:2. What is the new ratio given in the question? 3:2. New ratio 5:3:2. New ratio. Okay, so old ratio is 3:2. New ratio is what? 5:3:2. In this question, do you require a sacrificing ratio? When sacrificing ratio is required? When sacrificing ratio is required? When goodwill is followed by which method? Premium method. In this question, goodwill is raised. Read the question. New partner is admitted. New ratio is given. P is unable to bring in cash for goodwill. They decided to raise which account? Goodwill account. So no need of sacrificing ratio. Start. Step 2. Please do it along with me. Step 2. Which one? Goodwill. We cannot do it now. We have to work out based on capital account. Based on what? Capital account. We cannot do it now. Let us wait. Step 2, we cannot do it. We can do it later only. Step 3. What is step 3? Start. Revaluation account. In this question, it is only revaluation account. It is not given that partners decide. Next. Revaluation account. What is given? Stock to be depreciated by how much percentage? 5%. What will you do? To stock account, eவ்வளவு depreciation? 5%. Balance sheet la paranga. Stock 15,000 la 5%. 15,000 into 5%. How much it will be? Do it along with me. 750. It is not new to us, which you have done already many problems. To provision for doubtful debts. Provision for doubtful debts. Provision for doubtful debts. Old balance sheet la irukku paranga. Already 400 irukku. Required provision is 500. So 500 minus already we maintain 400 evlo varum? 100. Provision for doubtful debts 100. Then what else? Furniture to be depreciated by 10%. It's a loss. What is the furniture value given in the balance sheet? 5,000 into 10%. 5,000 into 10% evlo? 500. 5,000 into 10%, 500. Then which one is revalued? Buildings are revalued. Buildings account. What is the new value? 40,000 minus. What is the old value given in the balance sheet? 35,000. Record it. Please record it. Don't wait for my answer. Revaluation account. I hope we are doing this for the fourth question, right? So tally this. You will get the profit. The profit will be transferred to whom? Old partners in the old ratio. The profit will be transferred to old partners in the old ratio. What is the profit? 3650. It is transferred to old partners. Who are the old partners? B and S. What is old ratio? 3 by 5, 2 by 5. Transfer it. Once again, step 1, old ratio, new ratio, no need of sacrificing ratio. Sacrificing ratio not required. Why not required? Because goodwill is raised. Goodwill is raised based on capital contribution. Goodwill will be based on capital account in this question. So we are not working out in this question goodwill next. Step 3, we prepare which account? Revaluation account. Start. Step 4, which account? Capital account. There you have to adjust for goodwill. We will see. As usual, let us prepare the capital account of partners. We will see for goodwill. Start. Capital account. Prepare the capital account. Except the goodwill, prepare the capital account. By balance brought down. What is the opening balance? B and S. 20,600 and 9,400. Then, by revaluation profit how much? 2190 and what? 1460. Then, what is the next one? Any general reserve P&L account? Reserves will be transferred in old ratio, 3:2 ratio. Reserves 3:2 ratio. 6,000, 4,000. Then by P&L account, what is old ratio? 3:2 ratio. 3,000, 2,000 will come. P&L account. Most important in this question, that advertisement expenditure must be written off to the old partners in old ratio. Advertisement expenditure must be written off to old partners in which ratio? Old ratio. The last circle here, 600 and 400. The new partner brings in cash for capital, or by cash or bank account for which one? Capital. How much he brings? 16,000. What is missing is by goodwill. By goodwill now we have to value. This is what is missing in the question. Please check the capital account. Opening balance we recorded. Revaluation account, the profit we transferred. Then what else we recorded? Reserves we transferred in old ratio. P&L account we transferred in old ratio. Capital is brought in by the partner. Advertisement expenditure to be written off. Advertisement expenditure, P&L account loss, miscellaneous expenditure loss, all will be written off to whom? Old partners in which ratio? Old ratio. So, the goodwill now. Read the question. Look at the highlighted thing. Read the question once again. P is unable to bring any cash for goodwill. It is decided to raise the goodwill amount that is being calculated based on which one? P share of profit and capital contributed by him. Read it once again. It is not based on accounts. It is not based on any external concept. It is a framework to solve. We have to think, analyze and work out. The solution is given in the question itself. Look at this. P is unable to, okay, cash kondu okay. We want to raise the goodwill account. How to calculate the amount? On the basis of P share of profit and capital contributed by him. Pay attention here. Now listen. What is P share of profit? 2 by 10. New share is 2 by 10. For this, what is the capital brought in by the partner? 16,000. 16,000. So based on P share of profit, 2 by 10, 16,000 now. Full capital of the firm will be 16,000 into 10 by 2. Ulta multiplication. If 2 is 16,000, what is 10? If 2 is 16,000, what is 10? 16,000 into 10 by 2. All over. 80,000 is the full capital of the firm. Now, tell me the rough balances without goodwill. Without goodwill, B பாருங்களேன். How to work out? Add up all the credit sides without goodwill. Add up all the credit side minus debit side amount. Clear? Add up all the credit side amount minus what? Debit side amount, B oda capital வரும். S oda capital அதே மாதிரி. Add up all the credit side amounts. Add up all the credit side amounts minus debit side amount how much? 16,460. P oda எவ்வளவு balance இருக்கு? 16,000. This is without goodwill. This is without goodwill. This is the amount 31,190, 16,460 and what? 16,000. So remember, based on P, when I work out what is expected capital, let us assume P is a new partner. 2 by 10th is 16,000. Now full capital எவ்வளவு இருக்கும்? 2 is 16 means 10 would have been how much? 80,000. Without goodwill na add பண்ணா how much I get? 63,650. Next session வாங்க please. After this problem you can start. Pay attention. Rough balance without goodwill is how much? 63,650. So difference we can take it as goodwill. Difference we can take it as what? Goodwill. 80,000 minus 63,650. The difference will be taken as how much? Goodwill. And the goodwill, share it in which ratio? 3:2 ratio. 16,350 will be shared in 3:2 ratio. 16,350 into 3 by 5. And this 16,350 into what? 2 by 5. Now tally this. Wait pannunga. I'll verify this answer also. To balance carry down, I'll verify this also. Total of credit side minus this debit. 41,000 varum. 23,000, 60,000. இப்போ add பண்ணி பாருங்களேன். 41,000 plus 23,000 plus 16,000 add பண்ணன வரும். 80,000 வரும். This is with goodwill. I repeat once again the process. What is missing in the problem is what is missing? Goodwill is missing in the problem. Now, pay attention. I request you to pay attention. How much P brought in? New partner எவ்வளவு cash கொண்டு வந்திருக்கான்? 16,000 cash கொண்டு வந்திருக்காங்க. That is 2 by 10. 2 by 10 வந்து 16,000 னா full capital எவ்வளவு இருக்கும்? 80,000 including goodwill. Then without goodwill add பண்ணீங்கனா without goodwill B ஓடது credit minus debit what is amount? 31,190. 16,460 16,000 வந்திருக்கும் without goodwill. So that பண்ணி பாருங்க எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? We get 63,650. Based on P's capital, if I work out 80,000, actual capital is only what? 63,650. Why are you bringing more for goodwill? For which one? Goodwill. That goodwill will be shared in which ratio? 3:2 ratio. 3:2 ratio. Now you work out the balance. If you add up, you will get how much? 80,000. Take up this. Then we have to prepare the capital account. Sorry, balance sheet. We have to prepare which one? Balance sheet. Take it up. Come to the front row. Come to the front row. Those who have come late, please come to the front row. Skip this question. Those who have come late, skip this question. Maybe you can access the recording later. I repeat, by balance brought down, by revaluation profit, reserve is transferred in 3:2 ratio, P&L account 3:2 ratio, capital brought in by the new partner, advertisement suspense written off. Okay. 2 by 10th if it is 16,000, 2 by 10th if it is 16,000, full capital would have been how much? 80,000. Without goodwill 63,650. So the difference is hidden goodwill 16,350. Raise the goodwill in old ratio, then 2 balance carry down you get. Start with the balance sheet next. Goodwill doubt இருக்கா? Once again, P ஓட கேபிட்டல் பேஸ்ல ஒர்க் பண்ண கேபிட்டல் எவ்வளவு வரணும்? 18,000. இதுல goodwill remove பண்ணிட்டு பார்த்தா capital is only 63,650. So difference is taken as which one? Goodwill. Goodwill is raised in which ratio? Old ratio, 3:2 ratio. Start. Balance sheet after admission of a partner. Balance sheet after admission. Tell me the assets balance or liabilities balance. Creditors, is there any change? Creditors 38,500. Then what else will come? Outstanding liability will continue. Outstanding liability எவ்வளவு இருக்கு பாருங்க? 4,000 will continue. Then reserves P&L account already transferred, closed. Then capital account of which partner? VSP, the closing balance. What is the closing balance? 41,000, 23,000, 16,000. Capital account of partners with the goodwill, if you add up, it will give you 80,000. With the goodwill, it will become what? 80,000. Asset side, record the revalued amounts. All the revalued amounts you can record in the asset side. What are the amounts you have to record? Cash 2,000 plus capital of P. How much P brings? 16,000. It will become 18,000 cash. Then, what is the next one? Stock reduced earlier. 15,000 minus, reduced 750. 14,250 stock. Then prepaid insurance same. What is the prepaid insurance? 1,500. Then debtors 9,400 minus the new provision 500. How much it will be? 8,900 debtors. Then machinery 19,000. Any change in the value? No change in the value. Machinery will appear 19,000, the same value. Then buildings revalued amount 40,000, building 40,000 அப்புறம் furniture 5,000 minus 10% depreciation, how much? 4,500. Then the goodwill is raised, we raised goodwill, how much? 16,350. Tallies. What is different in this question compared to the last question? Goodwill is valued based on what? New partner's capital. It is valued and recorded in the books. And please remember, the goodwill is belonging to only which partner? Old partner. That's why we raise it to old partner. It is not given, wait, it is not given that goodwill is written off. Is it specified that goodwill is written off? No. Yes. Have we taken up this? On the fan off. The fan off one. Go to the next question, please. Question number 5. Read the question, understand the question that is solved. Please go to question number 5. G and S are partners sharing profits and loss in which ratio? 2:1 ratio. 2:1 ratio. V is admitted for how much share of profit? 1/4 share of profit. 1/4 share of profit. Please read the question. One-fourth share of profit. He will bring how much? 30,000 as capital. Read the question fully. Please read the question. What is the old ratio? 2:1. Okay, 1/4 share of profit. He will bring 30,000 as capital contribution. Look at the next point. That is the most important thing. Capital of G and S ought to be adjusted in which ratio? Profit sharing ratio. The new partner capital, old partner capital should be in profit sharing ratio. This is new for us. This has no accounting concept. Accounting concept we have to adjust based on the capital. Balance sheet of G and S is given. Look at, we will bring 12,000 as his share of goodwill. 12,000 as the share of goodwill. What is it? Premium method. The new partner brings in cash for goodwill, na premium method. Look at point number B. Building revalued, machinery revalued, provision for bad debts, how much? 6% on debtors. So point number B and C talks about which account? Revaluation account, revaluation account. Look at point number D. Capital account of which partner? G and S are to be adjusted by opening current account. That is for the first one. Capital of G and S are to be adjusted based on which ratio? Profit sharing ratio. Out adjusted by opening a current account. By opening a current account. Now what is different in this question? Old ratio, new ratio, same. Then goodwill, which method? Premium method. Then point number B and C, you will do which account? Revaluation account, capital account. Step 1, step 2, step 3, everything is same. But capital alone, look at the first line. Capital alone, look at the first or second or third line. Capital of which partner? G and S are to be adjusted in which ratio? So that will have an impact in capital account. We will see when it comes to capital account. Other steps are as usual. Other steps are as usual. What is step 1? Start. Let us do it together. Question number 5. Please start along with me. Step number 1. Old ratio, new ratio, and which ratio? Old ratio, new ratio, and sacrificing ratio. Let us begin. Paying attention. Old ratio, new ratio, and which one? Sacrificing ratio. Who are the old partners? G and S. What is the old ratio? So it's like 2 by 3, 1 by 3. G and S in old ratio. Who's the new partner? B is admitted for take up. This model we have done already. If B takes 1 by 4, balance will be 3 by 4. The 3 by 4 will be shared by G and S in their ratio. 3 by 4 into 2 by 3. 3/4 into 1 by 3. B 1 by 4 can be written as 3 by 12. 1 by 4 can be written as what? 3 by 12. Sacrificing ratio we can work out. Sacrificing ratio is nothing but old ratio minus new ratio. For G and S workout. What is the old ratio? 2 by 3 minus 6 by 12. 6 is to 3, 3 is to 3 can be written as 6 is to 3 is to 3 can be written as 2 by 4, 1 by 2 by 1 by 4, 1 by 4. 6 is to 3 is to 3 can be written as 2 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4. So 2 by 3 minus 2 by 4 vechikalam. LCM எடுத்து போட்டு என்ன வரும் ஆன்சர்? 2 by 12. 2 by 12. For S, 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4. 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4, it will be 1 by 12. That is what? Sacrifice will be always equal to gain. 2 by 12 plus 1 by 12 will give us new partners ratio. Who's the new partner? B's ratio, which is 3 by 12, otherwise 1 by 4. Sacrifice done by the old partner will be equal to the gain of the new partner. Always sacrifice will be equal to what? Gain you can verify. Not compulsory for examination, but for your understanding. G plus S sacrifice will be equal to gain of V. This is first step. What is the second step? Start. Step 2. What is step 2? Goodwill. Which method we are going to follow? Start. Everybody start. Goodwill. Goodwill which method? Premium method, because cash brought in for goodwill. What is the cash brought in by the partner? So what is the entry you will pass? Cash account debt or to new partner's capital account. Do it along with me, no need to wait. This is the fourth question or fifth question we are doing for goodwill adjustment. Cash account debt or to V's capital account. How much is brought in? 12,000. Then transfer this. V's capital account debt are 12,000 to the old partners in sacrificing ratio. G's capital account and which account? S's capital account in old ratio or sacrificing ratio. Sacrificing ratio 2:1. It will be 8,000 and what? 4,000. So goodwill, we adjust using which method? Premium method. Most important, please check if there is any old goodwill in the balance sheet. Balance sheet la goodwill irukanu check pannunga. Why should we check? Because under premium method we learned if there is any old goodwill, it must be what? Written off to old partners in old ratio. Then start. Step 3. We can do revaluation account. Which account? Revaluation account. Simple. Record the gains and losses and get the profit. I hope this is the fifth question we are doing on revaluation. Record the gains and of course credit the gains and debit the losses. You will find revaluation profit or loss. Which adjustment talks about revaluation? Building. Increase or reduced? Building. What is the new value? Old value. So 5,000 gain. Then machinery. Machinery, what is the new value? What is the old value? So loss is 2,000. Then provision for bad debts. எவ்வளோ percentage சொல்றோம்? 6%. Debtors balance into 6%. 8,000 into 6%. How much? 4,000? Any other thing? 480. Yeah. Then anything else to be adjusted? General reserve will go to partners capital account. Any other revaluation? Any other revaluation? Any other revaluation? No. Tally this, you will get the profit. Transfer to old partners. Who are the old partners? G and S in the old ratio. Two 520. What is the old ratio? 2:1. Transfer it in old ratio. How much it will come? 1680, 840. 1680 and 840 will come. Revaluation account is over. Who are the partners? G, S, B. Start preparing the capital account. Buy balance brought down. What is the opening capital of GSB? 50,000, 30,000. Then revaluation profit, or before that, goodwill brought in by the partner. Cash brought in for goodwill. Irka? Yes, how much brought in for goodwill? 12,000. How to post this entry? This is the third question we are doing. In debit side, you will put to G and S's capital. G and which one? S's capital. 12,000. Total V is debited with 12,000. V's capital account debited with how much? 12,000. We will put by V's capital account in whose column? G's column 8,000. S's column 4,000. Otherwise, cash brought in for goodwill transferred to whom? V and S. Then, by revaluation profit, what is the revaluation profit? 1680 and what? 840. 1680 and 840 revaluation profit. Then, do you find any general reserve? Yes. General reserve transferred in which ratio? Old ratio, 3:2 ratio. Sorry, 2:1 ratio. Old ratios, 2:1 ratio. Transfer the general reserve in old ratio. How much? 4,000, 2,000. Once again, by balance brought down, by cash brought in for goodwill. Please post the second entry. V's capital account debtor means in the debit side you post 12,000. In G and S you credit 8,000 and 4,000. Revaluation profit is recorded. General reserve, what is the ratio? 2:1 ratio. Normal, wait panunga. Normal enna பண்ணுவோம்? We'll put to balance, carry down, balancing for எடுத்துப்போம் இல்லையா? We'll take the total of, wait, don't do it, wait. Don't tally this. Just for my reference I am doing. Normally, we'll take this as a balancing figure. To balance carry down. Like that we will take it. Oh, by cash brought in by V. How much brought in by V? 30,000. Huh? So it will become like this. We will close the account. Normally, capital account prepare panni, we will close the account, right? Any doubt in it? Wait, don't take it up. Don't take up the last one alone. Pay attention. By balance brought down doubt irka? Any doubt in it? By cash brought in for goodwill how much? 12,000. Transfer this. B's capital is debited 12,000. G and S credited with how much? 8,000, 4,000. Record the revaluation profit. Record the general reserve. Cash brought in for capital. What is the cash brought in for capital? 30,000. Record this. Normally we will put to balance carry down. But in this problem it is not so. Look at the first line. New partner will bring how much? 30,000 as capital. Capital of G and S ought to be adjusted in which ratio? Profit sharing ratio. If that was not given, we will close like this. Now we have to adjust in capital ratio. Pay attention, everybody. What is B's capital? New partner. B's capital 30,000. This is brought in for which share? Which share? 1/4 share of profit. 1/4 share of profit. So total capital will be 30,000 into 4 by 1. 30,000 into 1/4 30,000 of full capital. 1,20,000 will be the total capital. Clear? So total capital is 1,20,000. This 1,20,000 should be contributed by partners. Who are the partners? Who are the partners? G, S, V. New partners are G, S and V. G, then S, then V. They should contribute this capital in which ratio? New profit sharing ratio. What is the new ratio? 2/4, 1/4, 1/4. In this ratio, they should contribute. So what is the capital required? 1,20,000. The partners should contribute in the new profit sharing ratio. Look at the line. Capital of G and S to be adjusted in which ratio? Profit sharing ratio. 2/4, 1/4, 1/4. How much it will come? 60,000, 30,000, 30,000. Once again, what is the capital required? G or B or capital formula. What is B's capital? 1,30,000. If 30,000 is 1/4, what is the full capital? 1,20,000 to be in which ratio? 2:1:1. 60, 30, 30 should come. 60, 30 and 30 should come. But look at the actual capital. 60, 30, 30 is the capital required. But what is the actual capital? Is it more or less? 8, how much is there? 3,680, 8,840 clear. How to adjust it? Look at the last line. D. Capital of G and S are to be adjusted by opening which account? Simple. This becomes like a fixed capital. 60, 30, 30 becomes like what? Fixed capital. So to balance carry down. To balance carry down how much? 60,000, 30,000, 30,000 becomes like fixed capital. Balance is transferred to which account? Current account. Current account balancing figure. Current account means not bank current account. We had seen types of capital. Fixed capital, fluctuating capital. This becomes like a fixed capital. This becomes like a balance in current account. Balance in which account? Current account. Once again repeat. Who's the new partner? B. How much he brings? 30,000. 1/4 total capital will be 1/4 30,000. Now full capital is 1,20,000. This should be in which ratio? New ratio. 60, 30, 30 irukanu. Then capital required. Surplus balance we open which account? Current account. Wait. Now, in the exam question, if point number D is missing, what will you do? Suppose if point number D is not given in the exam question, what will you do? You will take it in cash. Suppose if that is not given, you will take it as which account? Cash account. Surplus capital returned back. Surplus capital returned back like that. Since it is mentioned, we transfer to which account? Current account. Take up this. This is the extra thing that we learn in this question. I repeat from the beginning. Any change between the previous questions and this question in new ratio? Already we learned this. Old ratio minus new ratio, sacrificing ratio. Goodwill, which method? Cash is brought in, premium method we follow. Cash account debt out to new partners capital. New partners to old partners in which ratio? Sacrificing ratio. We prepare revaluation. This is also as usual. Capital account of partners also as usual. Only thing is that while closing the capital account, based on new partner share, we work out the total capital, then transfer in new ratio. Surplus, transfer to which account? Current account. Take up this. Next, prepare the balance sheet after admission of the partner. Please note for your reference, suppose if current account is not mentioned, it would have been adjusted in what? Cash. Surplus capital paid back in cash, like that we will take it. Since it is clearly mentioned, we take current account. This will appear in liability side. Prepare the, balance sheet after admission now. Capital account of partners, BSP, record it. Then current account of partners also you can record it. Prepare the capital account. Capital account of partners, how much? 60,000, 30,000, 30,000, totally 1,20,000. Current account of partners, B and S, or G and S, GSV other. What is current account of partners, G? 3,680, 8,840, that will appear in the liability side. Then, what will come in the asset side? Cash in hand, 2,000 plus capital 30,000 plus goodwill, 12,000. Cash balance plus capital brought in plus goodwill brought in, total will come. Bank balance how much? 10,000 bank balance, then 8,000 minus bad debts 480. 7520. 7520. Then stock, any change? Change irka stock le? No, 10,000. Then furniture, any change in furniture? How much? 5,000. Then machinery, new value 23,000. Building, new value. So in the cash account, capital and goodwill is also included. Capital and which one? Goodwill is also included. Yes, pay attention, I repeat. Creditors 8,000, bills payable 4,000, capital we adjusted 2:1 ratio. Current account is nothing but the surplus in capital. Then cash account, opening balance plus goodwill plus capital, we take it. Bank balance, debtors minus provision, stock furniture no change, machinery new value, and building new value we recorded. Wait. Suppose if that current account adjustment is not given, capital account of G are adjusted by opening current account. If that is not given, enna pannirpeenga? The cash will adjust pannirpon. The 12,520 would have been adjusted in what? Cash. Okay. Wait. In this question, who's the new partner? V. Based on V, we work out others capital. Based on V, we work out others capital. What is V's capital? 30,000. If it is 1/4, what is the total capital? Based on that, we decide how much G and S should have. That is question number. This is question number 5. Listen, pay attention. Question number 6. Question number 5, based on new partner, we work out others capital. Question number 6, based on others capital, new partner's capital you have to work out. Based on old partner, you have to work out which one? New partner's capital. That is question number 6. Those who completed, please go to, that is question number 6. That is wrongly numbered. This is question number 6. Please read the question to yourself. Only then you will understand, then we will solve. Pay attention. There is a repeated doubt on this. Suppose if current account is not mentioned, Yeah, listen, pay attention. Current account is not a bank current account. It is partners' temporary account that they maintain. 3680 and what? 8840. Suppose இது வந்து கேஷ்ல அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணேனாவுனா இங்க ரிமூவ் ஆயிரும். 3680 and what? 8840 will not come in current account. In the cash we will adjust how much? And the surplus. What is it? What is the total? 12,520 இங்க கேஷ்ல மைனஸ் பண்ணிருப்போம். Anyhow, your total of the balance sheet will tally. Total would have become what? 1,32,000. Since it is mentioned as open current account, we opened which account? Current account. If it is not there, the excess capital is paid back. Firm will pay back the excess capital. Now read question number 6. Maruti Ford are partners in a firm sharing profits and loss in which ratio? Look at the old partners. They share profits and loss in which ratio? 3:2. Shall we? Capital account of Maruti and Ford is given. General reserve is given. Creditors are given. Freehold premises, plant, stock, debtors, bank. Look at the P&L account. It appears in asset side. Normally, P&L account will be given in which side? Liability side. It's given in asset side means loss. It's an accumulated loss. Look at this. On the same day, they admitted Suzuki as a partner. What is the new profit sharing ratio? 7:7:3. 7:3:3. Okay. Goodwill of the firm is valued at how much? 20,000. Look at this next line. Suzuki was to bring required premium. This 20,800, is it new partner's share of goodwill or total goodwill? Total goodwill. Idhila new partner should contribute. For his share, he should contribute. Okay. Then, and he has to bring in proportionate capital also. He has to bring in proportionate capital also. Capital of Maruti also should be adjusted in profit sharing ratio. Past journal entries in the books of the new firm ketirukanga. In this question, there is no revaluation. Check the question. Is there any revaluation of assets? No change in the value of asset. What is missing in the question is new partner's capital. We have done 5 questions. In that all 5 questions, what is given? Capital of the new partner is given. In this, what is missing? Capital of the new partner is missing. Capital of the new partner is missing. Anyhow, that we have to work out based on which account? Old partners, new partners, we have to work in capital account only. Other steps we can do. What is step 1? New ratio, old ratio. We want sacrificing ratio because the new partner brings in what? Premium for goodwill. We want sacrificing ratio also. Then step 2. Step 2, goodwill premium method. Step 3, no revaluation in this question. Is there any revaluation of assets and liabilities given? No. Step 4, while preparing capital account, we will decide how much the new partner will bring as proportionate capital. Based on old partner, we have to work out what? New partner's capital, we will see that. Start. Question number 6. Please start along with me. Who are the partners? Maruti and which one? Ford are the partners. What is the old ratio? Avoid any type of talking over there. What is the old ratio? Start. Maruti and Ford, what is the old ratio? 3/5. 3/5. 2/5. That is the old ratio. Then, what is the new ratio? 7/13. 7:3:3. Add panna 7/3:3. 13 varum. 7/13. 3/13. 3/13. This is the new ratio. So we want sacrificing ratio. Nothing but old ratio minus Maruti had old ratio 3/5 minus new ratio 7/13. LCM எடுத்து போடுங்க. 13 into 5, 65. Here it will be 5 into 7 is 35. 13 into 3, 39. Oh, 39 minus 35. How much it will be? 4 by 65. 4 by 65 is the ratio of the first partner. 4 by 65. Then Suzuki. Ford, okay. 2 by 5 minus 3 by 13. 26 minus 15 divided by 4 by 65, 11 by 65 is the sacrificing ratio. So what is the ratio? 4 is to 11. Why do you want sacrificing ratio in this question? Goodwill is adjusted by which method? Premium method. So we want this sacrificing ratio. What is the sacrificing ratio? 4 is to 11. Start. Step 1 is over. Step 2, goodwill, cash is brought in, or Suzuki will bring what? Cash for goodwill. It is given in the question. So premium method we are going to follow. What is the journal entry you will pass for Suzuki bringing in cash? Cash account debtor. To which account? Suzuki's capital account. How much? What is the total goodwill? 20,800 is firm's goodwill. Adala Suzuki oda share enna? 3 by 13 he will bring. 3 by 13. 4,800 brought in. This will be adjusted to the other partners in which ratio? Sacrificing ratio. What is entry you will pass? To Maruti and Ford. What is the sacrificing ratio? 4 is to 11. In this 4 is to 11 ratio, you have to adjust. Clearly mentioned in the question, Suzuki was to bring required premium. Required premium means in the 20,800, avanoda share he has to bring in money. That is premium method. Okay. So cash account it out to Suzuki's capital. 20,800, 3 by 13 he has to bring. Yes, he brings. So that will be transferred in 4 is to 11. How much it will be? This into 4 by 15. This into 11 by 15. So goodwill is adjusted using which method? Premium method. No revaluation in this question. We can directly prepare which account? Capital account. Start preparing capital account. Don't close capital account, just prepare the capital account. You can record everything. Don't close capital account alone. You can record opening balance. I mean, this one, goodwill adjustment, general reserve P&L account adjustments. You can record everything except which one? The closing balance. What is the opening balance of Maruti and Suzuki? By general reserve, it will be transferred in old ratio or by cash brought in for goodwill. Adana record panikalam. Same order we will maintain for the all questions. What is the cash brought in for goodwill? 4,800. How this will be adjusted? To Maruti and Ford capital. In Suzuki's column, 4,800. Here by Suzuki's capital. Goodwill adjustment, how much? 1280, 3520. No revaluation in this question. By general reserve, transferred in old ratio. What is old ratio? 3:2. 9,000, 6,000. Profit and loss account appears in asset side. So it will come as 2 profit and loss account. That loss 3:2 ratio. Loss 5,000 asset side irukku paranga. That loss will be adjusted in 3,000, 2,000 ratio. Now, listen, pay attention. Opening balance, any doubt? It is given in the opening balance sheet. By cash brought in for goodwill, that is transferred to the other partners in which ratio? Sacrificing ratio. General reserve transferred in which ratio? Old ratio. P&L account loss transferred in old ratio. By cash brought in for capital is missing. That is what is missing in the question. How much of capital brought in by the new partner is missing. Now what to do is pay attention. Get the rough balance. Rough balance means balance before closing the ledger account of Maruti. Simple. Add up credit minus debit. 40,000 plus 1,280 plus 9,000 credit minus 3,000 debit. Add பண்ணுங்களேன். 40,000, this one. எவ்வளவு வருது? 47,280 is the rough balance before adjustment. Like that for Ford also. Credit minus debit 2,000 plus 20,000 plus 3,520 plus 6,000 minus 2,000. Adjust panna. How much? 27,520. This is Maruti and Ford's capital. Based on that, how much Suzuki has to bring in, we have to find out. How much new partner has to bring, we have to find out. Simple. What is Maruti's new share? What is Maruti's new share? 7/13. This is contributed for 7/13. This is contributed for 7/13. Then this is contributed for how much? 3/13. So total எவ்வளவு இருக்கும்? Total 47,280 plus 27,520. What is the total? 74,800 is for For what is the total? 7 by 13 plus 3 by 13. What is the total? 10 by 13. Okay. Maruti and Suzuki, 10 by 13. They have contributed how much? 74,800. Therefore, full capital would have been, or firm's capital would have been ulta multiplication. 74,800. If it is for 10, now what is for 13? So into 13 by 10, you will get capital. 97,240. This is a firm's capital. This is the firm's capital. Now this firm's capital should be contributed in profit sharing ratio. By which partner? By which partner? All partners. Look at the question. Capital of Maruti and Ford as between themselves also should be adjusted in which ratio? Profit sharing ratio. Even Maruti and Ford also, they want to adjust in which ratio? Once again, repeat. Any doubt in rough balance of the capital? Maruti's capital is 47/80. What is Ford's capital? 27/20. What is their profit sharing ratio? 7 plus 10, 10 by 13, 74,800 they maintain. So full capital of the firm would have been, what is the full capital of the firm? 97,240. Based on this, Maruti, then Ford, and which one? Suzuki want to adjust. In which ratio? New ratio. What is the new ratio? 7 by 13. Then this one, 3 by 13. This one, 3 by 13. They want to adjust. So 97,240 in the ratio adjust panna. 97,240 into 7 by 13. It's the capital required. This is the closing capital required. This 97,240 into 3 by 13. This 97,240 into 3 by 13. This is the closing capital required by the partners. Look at this. In this question, based on the old partners, we work out what? Total capital, then capital required. So, to balance carry down. What is required? Maruti should maintain 52,360. Ford should maintain 22,440. And the other partner should maintain how much? 22,440 maintain mode. Wait பண்ணுங்க. Now, let us check. First tally the new partner's capital. 27,240 debit side credit side 4,800 balancing query you have to bring it. 27,240 minus debits. How much? 22,440 has to bring. This is a balancing figure. Okay, 22,440 the new partner should bring. Look at Maruti and Ford. One method is tallying the ledger, or logically you think, what is Maruti's capital? 47,280 is Maruti's capital. What is the required capital? See, he has a capital of 47,280, sir. What is the required capital? 52,360. Shortage irka, surplus irka. Shortage you have to bring in. Even the Maruti has to bring in for the shortage. What is the shortage? 52,360 required minus 47,280 available for the shortage you bring in, or you can take it as a balancing figure. This 5,080, either logically you think this much you are having, this much is required, shortage you bring in, or you can take this as a ledger balance also. How much? 5,080. Wait. What about Ford? How much he has got? 27,520 he is having, but what is required? 22,440. Excess he can take it in what? Cash. This is a balancing figure. So cash, balancing figure. Don't adjust in current account. Is it given in the question? No. Is it mentioned in the question? No. Hold on. 27,520 has, but required is only 22,240. Now surplus will be taken back, or you can just take this as a balancing figure. These amounts are which one? Balancing figures. Why are we not opening current account in this question? Not mentioned in the question. So surplus you paid back, shortage you bring it. And please listen. Maruti oda amount and Ford oda amount equal are. Why it is equal? Why? Because capital is adjusted internally. Capital is adjusted internally amongst partners. So surplus of one partner will be equal to what? Shortage in this question. Once again, I repeat, pay attention. First we tally which one? First we tally which one? Yeah. Maruti and Ford rough balance we got. That is for 7 by 13, 3 by 13, 74 800 is for what? 10 by 13. Na? Full capital would have been how much? 97 240. That should be contributed by the partners in new ratio. This is a closing capital required. Two balance carry down required is this much. Two balance carry down required is what? This much. Shortage you bring in, surplus you take it back. Shortage you bring in, surplus you take it back. Take up this. Next we have to prepare which one? Balance sheet. Try the balance sheet after this. Shall we do the balance sheet? Start. Tell me the amounts in balance sheet. Creditors how much? 10,000 creditors. Then bills payable is not there. General reserve already transferred. Yes. General reserve already transferred to old partners in old ratio. Then capital of Maruti, Ford and Suzuki. This balance 52 360, 22 440, 22 440. Total 97 240 will be there. Of course, general reserve will not come. That is already transferred to old partners. Next, freehold premises, old value 24,000. All assets old value only. Then plant how much? 4,000 plant. Then stock how much? 33,000. Stock 33,000. Then debtors. Only the bank balance will change. Bank balance, what is old balance? 7,000. Add which partner brings? Suzuki brings 22,440. Suzuki brings. Add which partner brings? Maruti brings how much? 5080. Capital order balance. Less Ford is repaid. How much is repaid? 5080. Goodwill வருமா? Cash account debt or the cash brought in will come. Cash for goodwill. 4,000. Cash brought in for goodwill will come in the cash. Admission of partnership is over with this. Listen. We'll recollect what we have done so far in about 2-3 minutes. Then we will, of course, go to retirement of partner. Pay attention. What is the step 1 we do? New ratio and which ratio? Listen. Pay attention for the summary. For sacrificing ratio, we do which one? Old ratio minus new ratio. When sacrificing ratio is required? When you follow which method? Premium method or goodwill is adjusted through capital. Revaluation method, raise the goodwill in old ratio, write off the goodwill in what? New ratio. Revaluation account is a nominal account. Credit the gains and debit the losses. Profit is shared in which ratio? Old ratio. We prepare the capital account, then we close the capital account. We prepare the balance sheet with new assets and liabilities. If it is mentioned in the question about joint life policy, then adjust for which value? Surrender value. The firm will get only which value? Surrender value. If it is in the question mentioned that not to alter the value of assets and liabilities, prepare memorandum revaluation account. Part 1, transfer in old ratio. Part 2, reverse it, transfer the loss in which ratio? New ratio. There are 2 parts. Prepare a normal revaluation account, reverse of revaluation account that we have done in the last class. Then, in this class, we have learned the capital adjustment and goodwill, hidden goodwill, right? Based on the new partner, we work out full goodwill or full capital. We see the actual capital. Difference is taken as what? Goodwill, and the goodwill is raised. That model we have done. Then we have also seen how to adjust capital account based on the new partner to old partner. New partner, 1/4 if it is 30,000, full capital is how much? 1,20,000. So we work out the capital required. It was instructed in the question to transfer to which account? Current account. Then question number 6 that we have done, based on the old partner, we work out which capital? Full capital. That is adjusted in which ratio? New profit sharing ratio. Any surplus is paid back, any shortage is brought in. Then we prepare the balance sheet. The basic steps are: number 1, calculate which ratio? New ratio and sacrificing ratio. Step 2, goodwill and JLP you adjust. Revaluation, memorandum revaluation. If you do not want to what? Alter the assets and liabilities, prepare which account? In the capital account, what adjustment can be given? Based on new partner, adjust what? Old partner's capital. Or based on old partner, decide what? Total capital and adjust in profit sharing ratio they can ask for. Then goodwill, depending upon the question, we can adjust. 99% of the cases, goodwill you will get premium method only. That's why I have done many problems using premium method. Cash account debt or to new partner's capital, then new partner's capital to old partner's capital in which ratio? Sacrificing ratio. With this, admission of partnership is over. Next, what you have to do is, based on admission of partner, you have to refer to the parent institute material. Okay, where problems are given with solutions, try to see through problem solutions, just see through. That is more than sufficient for your examination knowledge. Have you taken the balance sheet?